Alright, welcome back. Sigh. We're going to the Docklands today.
Oh, that sounds cool. It's gonna be like pirates?
No.
Pirate, neo-Nazi, black Hitler dudes? Gestapo? That seems needlessly complicated and cruel.
Well, it's an accurate simulation.
Oh, I get it. They're like making a super soldier who's immune to color. Except red.
Well, it's close enough.
All right, so I'm guessing that what this means is that there are now enemies that are like color coded, so you have to be a certain color to defeat them.
Wow, you must have gotten
No, because it was the suit he was
100%
wearing.
PhD the Blobology.
Well, he was wearing red
I am
spandex.
I am a diplopologist. It's a
Oh.
very serious job, very high-paying job. You need a lot of very specific credentials to get it.
Can you tell us what they are? Are you sort of, you've signed an NDA or whatever, so...
I cannot at this time confirm or deny that there may or may not be such things that I can or cannot talk about.
Ah,
They are elite inkies, I'll just tell you that right now.
I thought they're just inkies and spandex.
No. These are elite inkies.
Mm.
They're different from normal inkies in that they wear spandex.
Ah.
So thankfully, the professor has worked out their weakness, the smart man he is, so we don't actually have to figure that out. And he's going to tell us what those weaknesses are, which is that you have to squash them with the color they are in.
Makes sense.
It sounds like a bad strategic move to, like, color code yourself according to the only thing that can kill you. That would be like just going outside with a big bullseye on your forehead saying, aim here with bullets.
Well, that only works if you're a zombie, because a bullet, pretty sure a bullet will kill you no matter where it hits.
You can get. I've heard from semi-credible sources that the butt is one of the best places to get shot in terms of survivability because there's so much fat there.
Well, if you don't get treated, you'll still die of blood loss, though.
Well, not if you've got much back.
If you're little in the middle, though, you're just shit out of luck.
Yeah.
You can't see me right now, but I'm facepalming so hard.
So, by the way, if you're curious on outdated current news, apparently since Jonathan Coulton has come out and said, "Oh hey, Glee stole my stuff," other artists have come out and said, "Oh, Glee stole my stuff too," but I couldn't say so at the time.
Yeah, I actually heard that DJ Earworm said that, which kind of surprises me.
I didn't know he actually made music. I thought he just did mashups, but apparently he's an artist. Who knew?
No, apparently just Glee stole one of his mashup things for their songs, I guess. I think you're right in that he mainly just does mashups. But apparently they also stole a thing from one of his mashups in a way that is, again, like the Jonathan Coulton thing, so incredibly specific.
Yeah.
That it's almost impossible for it to not be stealing.
Poor form, Fox. Poor form.
It's Fox, what did you expect?
This
I didn't
platforming
expect
challenge may look
anything.
like I'm a retarded stepchild who cannot function, but
Yeah, I was wondering how you missed that jump.
the camera angle just switches on you automatically, and for someone who's used to using the D-pad to use camera controls, having it take over is really not that fun.
Alright, so can I ask, does it do the Devil May Cry thing, where if you're moving in a certain direction and the camera switches, you just keep holding the stick in the direction that you're holding it, you'll keep on moving in the same direction, despite the fact that direction no longer matches with the camera?
Yes, that's actually what most games do that have automatic camera switch, but you probably don't notice it because it's usually implemented well.
Yeah.
This game, it's sort of... The thing is that also my nunchuck is very, very touchy, and sometimes it'll just, stop working and then work again. So all of a sudden I'll just start moving in a completely opposite direction because, again, if I were to unhold and then press the same nunchuck direction, I'd be going somewhere else.
Sounds like you need a new nunchuck, to be honest.
Maybe.
Well,
I don't even know if they sell them anymore.
I'd imagine
They
they still
probably-
would.
Yeah, they probably would. I mean, you can still get PlayStation 1 controllers, so...
Yeah, and PlayStation 2 stuff.
Well,
still.
that's because PlayStation 1 controllers are the exact same as every other PlayStation controller.
No, not for PlayStation 1 controllers.
Really?
Yeah, PlayStation 1
Yeah,
controllers has a very
there's,
specific plugin.
PS2 controllers are actually backwards compatible with the PS1. You can stick a... I use a
Right.
PlayStation 2 controller in my PS1.
Yeah,
That
I thought
works.
that was the whole thing. It was basically the
They
same
had-
controller.
But the PS3...
the PS2 only had the one major model, which was the DualShock 2. But the PS1 had... Yeah, actually, most people don't remember this, but when the PS1 came out, DualShock and analog sticks did not exist. You just had a D-pad and the face buttons and shoulder buttons, and that was it.
Yeah, that's what the analog button is for, because games would be confused.
Yeah.
So they had to figure out what the analog stick would do. And they figured
Yeah.
out that making you turn it on for a game that needed it would be the best thing. I
sense.
don't understand any of the logic with that, because I think there would have been better ways to do it than a button, but...
Well, the thing about it is, some games came before the analog stick, and you still
Yeah.
had to be able to play them.
I guess.
It's
Oh, you're gonna lose it?
it's all very confusing, and I'm sure a lot of people got paid a lot of money to decide that a button was the best way to implement that.
Yeah. Also, you
I
know
don't-
that.
Yeah, I thought I would win, because I had everything green, but I did not have everything green.
Now you
That
have
stupid
everything
red
green.
thing that's right there tripped me up so many times. Because with all those radians around, it's sort of hard to see, so...
Yeah.
Eventually I smartened up and then jumped
what is-
over
what-
the obstacle, like a
Oh, it's over there.
platforming citizen, but... Sigh. The game's trying to tell us something about these electrical plates that aren't very interesting.
They're dangerous, and that's kind of all we need to know.
You've seen fire, right?
Yeah, this is electricity from what I can see.
It's literally
sappy.
nothing different, except you have a different stun animation. That's it.
Oh. Are you
As
gonna
far
shut
as
it
I
off?
can tell, maybe there's some weird subtle difference, but... If you've seen the burners, these are the burners, but different somehow.
Well, it's electrical burn.
Yeah.
You don't need like a different technique to turn them off or something.
No, you just
No,
need
it's just a button.
buttons.
Oh. Well, okay then. I guess someone at the art team had like an extra day off and decided, hey, you know what? I got an idea for a thing. Let me tell you. But then the programmers didn't have an extra day off, so they just said, all right, we'll just make some things with these art assets, but the exact same coding.
Yep. Well,
Man.
I mean... Yeah, that sounds plausible. I guess, maybe?
I don't know, or maybe just
I was,
they
I was
stopped.
gonna I was gonna work on my bonsai trees today, but electricity. I heard some good things about that. We need some of that shit in here.
I heard that computers run on electricity even.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, this game is running on a computer. So we gotta have that in the game.
Well, it's a
It'll be like-
standardized computer.
Thematic consistency. All up in this here video game. Ooh.
Well, the ship's bridge looks pretty groovy now.
Yeah. It doesn't match your color though, which is kind of... I thought you painted it. You're yellow. Why is it not yellow?
Well, it's well, you know, look, you just need more tie-dye, that's all.
So, because I'm smart and I know this game, I know that the challenge here was to paint everything on the ship as yellow.
Yeah.
So I did that
dirty
beforehand
cheater.
and cheesed the mission. Because
wonderful.
I am a great video gamer. So all we have to do is touch this thing, and we win.
Well, you know, there's also a lot of things to paint, so that makes it a little bit easier.
It kind of defeats the point of the challenge.
Yeah, this game isn't very... I mean... Maybe?
What's the point in even taking the challenge if you're just gonna unchallenge yourself for it beforehand?
100% completion.
A lot of the time I'm opposed to like the concept of 100% completion, mostly because it ends up not being fun to do.
It's... I mean, the core... I mean, if you're gonna do nothing else in this game, for 100% completion, and you shouldn't. I mean, I'm not going to get 100% completion in this game, because there's just random things throughout the world that you just have to get in a time limit, and it's slightly annoying. And the game doesn't really give you any hint towards it. It just sort of says, paint this thing! And there's various things that can screw you up along the way.
Yeah, as we saw in one of the earlier videos. I think it was level 2.
Well, there were tons of things that can, like, if you get, like, with... there are, like, a lot of random things that are painted, like, with the transform globes, that you actually can't paint in the world otherwise.
Oh.
So if you get inked and accidentally touch the wrong thing, you're screwed from 100% completion.
Oh, wow, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I don't remember you ever mentioning that part, but I do remember the whole part where you're following the thing, and it's really something else we're supposed to paint that you really didn't see.
Right.
Also, there was a thing about trees, that you had to like paint those and they didn't show up on any radar in any meaningful way.
Yeah, that's not a good design, I would say. They fixed that.
Yeah.
They fixed that, so in the second game it's more an exercise in tedium than anything useful.
Which still isn't fun to do.
No, I will totally say 100%ing this game is not fun to do.
I can't think of a single game apart from, the first 3 Spyro games, for the most part, were fun to 100%.
Crash Bandicoot was alright to 100%. I had fun with that.
Well, join us next time when we're not good 100% games.
See you next time.
Completionists suck. If you're a completionist and you're watching this, fuck you. Go away.
Sorry for the short video.